Wow, that just cut us straight in. It didn't even transition. Fun times. All right. Well, I want to welcome everybody to Singularity Roleplay. Tonight we are proud to present to you Henshin-A-Go-Go. This is Henshin-A-Go-Go episode 2, technically. Gonna be a little bit of fuckery. It's gonna be a little wild, you'll see. But as we jump into this, I want to remind everybody that we do have an ongoing charity running for the National Center for Transgender Equality. So if you do want to make any donations, we will have that open, and it's greatly appreciated. And I am going to go ahead and pass over to the players so they can go ahead and introduce themselves.
Jenny's at the top of the order. We should go from top to bottom.
You want me to go first?
I go last.
I think we'll go middle. Let's just make Killian do it.
All right. Well, hey guys, my name's Alan, the all-seeing eye, and tonight I am playing Killian, the skateboard punk who decides to just run around shirtless like a maniac. I guess we're gonna popcorn. Let's go down to Tate.
Oh, excellent. Hello, Twitch, and hello, Singularity Roleplay, for the first time for me. I will be playing Roz, the jock golden boy, the quarterback of the town, but he doesn't do football. We're going to see what he was doing at any time, because I don't know yet.
Fair enough.
I guess I have to go now because there's nobody else to push the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I am Janie, and I play Ellie, the I forgot how to describe her. She's that student that sits in the front of the classroom that knows everything and has in all the clubs and is the what do you call that?
Like a teacher's pet?
Type A.
Yeah, like teacher's pet, the brainy one, the bookworm, the overachiever.
Yeah. You love her.
All right. And with that, I am Fail Prime. I am the Henshin Supreme. I will be running a couple different characters that you will get to know as we move forward with this. Remember last time, I believe Ellie and Killian might remember, essentially what could have felt like a waking dream. They were pulled into very weird circumstances, ended up on a space station, where they were then given power coins, brought back to Earth in a very different time than they remember, and essentially we're going to face off against a giant ladybug that was shooting sonic waves up and down the streets and just tearing the city up. As we left off, our Red Ranger had stepped in front of one of the sound blasts, finally making a deal with his coin. And yeah, that's kind of where we'll pick up. This is going to be a little bit different, though, because in terms of Ellie and Killian, you both hear this sound of like a pattering, like a soft, like tapping, and it's almost like it is rain on the windows. It's just a soft tap, tap, tap as rain is hitting the windows. As you both wake up, you're in your respective homes, in your beds, having just woken up from a very, very vivid dream of superhero antics. And we will start with Ellie. How do you start your morning after that?
Well, I accidentally slept a little late this morning because usually I get up early to prepare for my day of getting on everybody's nerves. I mean, my day of being the very best student. So I like rush. I like get up and I think I go to school in my pajamas, which are like bunny slippers and like pink a pink shirt and pants with rainbows all over them, and I just run down the stairs and grab. I'm getting ready to grab breakfast, which I usually have set out, but it's not set out like I usually do. So I just grab like a Monster and a granola bar, which I hate doing because that's not good for my health. I have to have my balanced breakfast.
Fair enough.
I think I'm like almost late to school.
So you were heading out the door, like you're just trying to get to school.
Yeah.
All right. And Killian, same thing. You wake up to the soft pitter patter of raindrops on your window. Looks like it's going to be a pretty gloomy day, and you just can't seem to shake the feeling that there was just something very off about that dream.
I think it wasn't a soft wake for me. I think it was more of a shoot up and go, what the hell? Okay. Why is it raining? Where am I? This is not school. That's my... Okay. I'm here. I'm real. Fuck.
We do have a very key question that I know the audience is going to be dying to know. Does Killian have a shirt on when he wakes up?
He does not. Killian never has a shirt.
I would hope that in school Killian has a shirt.
We'll find out.
Took it off in school.
We'll find out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess I'd go grab my Jinkos and throw on a shirt like a tank top and throw on a button up on top of that and grab an umbrella. It's gonna be a weird one.
The most open shirt way to wear a shirt while not really fully wearing one.
Yeah.
Undershirt and open button-up shirt.
At least it's not, undershirt and buttoned-up shirt with just the collar buttoned.
Well, you gotta hate.
And that'll leave a Raz. Raz, as you wake up, you didn't encounter the same dream that the other two had. But, you wake up to a fairly gloomy morning. How do you start your day and get going to school?
Well, Raz is about putting that work in, so he wakes up on his alarm at like probably 5. It's been so long since I've been in high school. I'm trying to remember what would early be for a high schooler. So earlier in the morning, not important the time, and it gets in a pretty decent run. Like it's probably like a mile of just like a straight run, and then he's already starting like another workout. But first, it's the mile. He comes home and has a pretty solid breakfast. I think his like mom's like, no, you can't have protein, and just instead he eats like 4 eggs and toast to still get as much protein as possible. And he puts clothes in a bag and he's off to school because on his way to school he's also doing like sprints, like sprint for a distance, walk for a distance, sprint for a distance.
Fair enough. All right.
I think like he might probably pass me on my way to school, and I'll just look at him going,
Magic on the left.
Fucking overachiever.
If I don't do this, my day doesn't work out right.
Fine. I'll move.
I have to imagine now we live very close together. Like, you're almost a neighbor at this point, so this is a pretty constant thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might wake up and just see him running in the neighborhood and be like, ugh.
I think Ellie's behind both of you because she's running so late.
That's probably very confusing for Raz if he was paying too much attention, but he's kind of self-involved, so if you're not in his way, he doesn't say anything.
You're probably in her way. She's like, go faster.
Yeah, maybe it's one of the walking spots. I love the idea of you keeping up for the sprinting spots, and then he starts walking. He's like, who the...
All right. Killian, as you are heading to school, as you're walking to school, you look around and you kind of notice it looks like some houses in your neighborhood are boarded up. Neighbors that you swear you had just seen maybe a week ago. There's some for sale signs. Other houses have some foreclosure notices. And it's kind of weird. It's almost like the town, people are just leaving in the middle of the night. And not so much even that leaving, but just disappearing, because as you look at the state of the lawns and the houses, it's very unsettling.
Overgrown.
Yep.
I don't really care if I'm late. I'm gonna go peek into one of the windows.
Okay. So the house, the house that you stop, you look at the mirror. You actually notice that this was the house of Jace. It was a kid in your class, fairly nerdy, very smart mathematically.
Had a camera?
Had a camera on the path to being
Yeah,
a
okay.
valedictorian. And as you get closer to the house, it feels as if there's kind of like a pushback, like heavy winds or like a barrier that you're kind of fighting against to get up to those windows.
That's new.
You still
The
gonna
hell?
try to push through to look through those windows?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Yeah, as you push through, and you get up to the only window that you can actually see through, there's kind of like a light from like a TV, and it looks like there might be someone sitting in like a giant armchair, and the TV is just like a looping, almost like a GIF of Bob Ross just playing over and over and over again. It's just the same, 30-second scene just playing over and over and over again as you look through. You don't really notice anything else that looks out of place. It looks like typical family room. There's some pictures on the walls. There's bookshelves and little trinkets. But it's weird because the way that it's positioned is there's like a couch, and it's almost like someone had moved the couch out of the way and to put this armchair right in front of that TV.
Huh. That's interesting. Super creepy. I don't know if I have time for this. Fuck it. I think I'm just going to keep a mental note of that, but I'm not going to do anything with it right now.
Okay. All right, and Raz and Ellie, as you guys are hurrying off to school, you kind of notice the same things, but you're both very much in a hurry. So you guys hit the actual like town
Raz
square,
does not notice.
where it looks like most of the typical businesses that were there are also starting to be boarded up. The hardware store is still there. Oddly enough, among all these kind of what looks like dilapidated businesses, there is a new pizza place that just happens to be there, which strikes you as kind of odd because this isn't a town that really has a whole ton of growth. It's Podunk, USA. There's a mall a couple miles away from town. There's the town park with its very odd statue of a town hero. But other than that, these small businesses were a couple little boutiques, a little cafe. But looking around, you see the grocery store is still barely operating as it always does. The one gas station in town has one car and a couple broken down trucks next to it. Not too out of the ordinary, but the pizza place does kind of strike you as odd.
The grocery store is being held open purely by Roz and the amount of eggs he eats a day for breakfast. He's keeping the whole thing in business. Some Gaston energy.
There is a giant picture of Roz as you walk in that does say, customer of the month.
Roz is single-handedly holding up the egg industry. That's why eggs
At
are
least
so
in this
expensive
town.
right now.
Yes, no, actually, yeah, it's some negative side effects. But yeah, again, Raz is self-involved. He'll note the pizza place because he does love a good pizza. He does notice that, but he's like, oh, yeah, good pizza. I'll have to check that out after practice today.
Awesome.
His watch beeps and he starts sprinting again.
Fair enough.
Finally.
Ellie's like, damn it, now good, he's out of my way.
No, I think it keeps happening because he'll get behind Ellie when he's walking, and then he sprints, but he's full sprinting and gets ahead of her.
Just hurry up and go where you're going so I can get to school.
Oh, calm down. You're fine. Just
Late.
show up a minute late. You're fine.
I have to still get.
My
I'm in
first
my
class
PJ.
is gym, and they get me fine. They're totally fine if I'm late. Haha.
Oh no, I'm in my PJ. What am I going to? I can't go to school like this.
Well, it's either do that or go home and be late. Whatever, man.
How close are we to the school by now?
Where you're at, basically from your guys' houses, your little neighborhood, you're probably about halfway to the school. Like passing through the town square, and then basically like going like another block, you'd be at the school.
You should convince everyone it's actually secretly wear your school pajamas to school day.
Yes. It really fits my aesthetic
I don't care.
because it makes sense. It makes sense for Killian to go to sleep in Jinkos and shirtless.
So what you're
Okay,
saying is she should convince everybody that it's Spirit Week.
Yeah.
No, just a random where like it's supposed to be a prank. Like all the students are supposed to be in on it, and they just don't know. Ellie's more popular. I don't know.
You know what? No, it's okay. I have a blazer in my locker. I can go to the gym and wear my gym shoes and see if I can borrow clothes from somebody else. And I can do my hair in the locker room. Okay, I'm fine.
Like I don't know what kind of high school you went to, but borrowing clothes from someone else was not something that happened at my high school. And you did not want clothes from the lost and found box.
No.
No, she doesn't want to go all the way back home because that's means she'll be even later.
Perfect attendance is worth the janky clothes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you guys get to the front of the school, it's the typical school scene: buses busing kids in from the other smaller areas around. This is kind of the only high school within the couple small towns that are built around this. Basically, like for whatever reason, and nobody has questioned the state's decision to build this town around a mall. But basically, there's 4 or 5 little suburb kind of towns built around a mall that doesn't make much sense because the mall doesn't get a whole lot of business anymore since the 80s have died and nobody really goes to malls anymore. And yeah, so there's a couple buses busing the rest of your classmates in. You guys have noticed, all of you have kind of noticed, the past couple weeks, it seems like less and less students are getting off the buses. It's just a smaller and smaller number. You notice that one bus only has like 2 people get off of it at all, which strikes you as odd. I know Ellie probably thinks to herself like, hey, this is probably like a situation of like, why is the state wasting money on 2 students? But it's just a weird situation to notice that your classmates, what classmates you do pay attention to, have slowly started to go missing, or just not show up to class anymore. And the ones that have disappeared or been gone for a couple of days and then come back, they don't seem themselves. They don't seem like they are quite there anymore.
I think Roz has noticed there are less people showing up for like the track and field events, and like the team that he works with is getting smaller. I think is the part he actually notices, because he's fairly self-involved, but he is intensely about like the sport he does. So he's like,
God forbid track and field attendance goes down.
Look, if we had a football team that was worth a damn, it would be the football team.
Well, when I go to the locker room, does it look like there's like less evidence of cheerleaders? Like, are there less uniforms or...
You guys haven't really had a cheer squad or like a football team since Vance went missing about 10 years prior. Vance was another student who just kind of disappeared one day. Like, he was the star quarterback. He was basically, the whole football team on his own to an extent. And one day Vance just kind of disappeared. He was there and then he wasn't, which also strikes you really odd because I know at one point in your lives as children, y'all would have been to the park in the middle of town, and you noticed that the statue of the founding father of the town, of the town hero, was also a statue of Vance, but it was labeled, the dates didn't add up for when Vance would have been alive and a teen and when this statue was around.
Yeah, this is.
It was his
weird
grandpa,
because
and they look very similar.
well, part of my
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk.
part of my plan from when I was before I started kindergarten was to join a cheerleading squad in high school, and there wasn't a squad by the time I got there. So,
I mean, you could be the
Throughout your whole
lone
academic
cheerleader
career.
trying to bring it back to the school.
well, considering Ellie's kind of probably gets on people's nerves, she probably tried to start it, and nobody's doing it. Like she had a petition and everything, and nobody signed it.
There's definitely posters in the hall that say like "See Ellie" if you want to join the cheer squad, and like the school has let you basically like create a cheer club, but you're the only person. So like even in the yearbook, it's just a picture of you with like cheer squad.
2 poms. You got 2 pom-poms and nobody around you.
That's perfect. That means I'm the head.
What are her cheers like? Why are they annoying? Are they like too incredibly detailed or something?
She's not good at it. She's terrible at it. But she's the best one in the school.
See, I just imagine Ellie going to like a math club meeting. 2, 4, 6, 8. How do you denominate? Let's go. Hey, let's go.
The numbers need to be prime numbers going up. It's 1, 2, 3, 5.
Oh man.
Cheerleaders, she's cheering like the debate team. Rebuttal, yes, rebuttal.
I think she's on a debate team too.
Yeah, so
She like goes to when it's not. She's not up. She goes and cheers, and then she runs to her seat.
It's very confusing for the opposing side.
Yeah.
See,
sit down.
What you're doing is you'll stand up to do your debate, and then you'll sit down and let them have their turn. And as they're doing it, you jump up and start doing your cheers to interrupt.
Oh, that's even better.
All right, so the bell rings, and you guys head into class. You notice that as soon as the bell rings, it's almost like the school becomes a ghost town. Everybody just disappears, which is also a little odd because before it used to be very hustling, bustling, people lingering in the halls waiting for the second or third bell. But the second the first bell rings, it's just ghost town. You guys, all 3 of you, are just kind of left standing in the front entrance hall with a feeling that something today just is very off. You haven't seen a number of your teachers that you would normally see, walking around the halls trying to corral the teens into whatever they tried to, like, I remember when I was in high school, it was don't make out in the halls. So, basically, trying to corral the teens and make sure people aren't fighting and going crazy. There's not even, like, the signs of life almost. No crushed up paper airplanes or balled up, breakup notes. It's just very odd. As you all head to your first class, which just happens to be art.
I think the entire time I'm like walking with them to class, I'm probably humming "Brick in the Wall" by Pink Floyd. It's giving me that vibe.
Ellie would.
Hey.
I mean, sorry. I'm just saying she's paying attention, but she's quiet because she's trying to fix her hair as she's walking.
Yeah, I do think at this point, because like Roz and Ellie ran ahead and went to the locker rooms to like fully get ready. Roz comes out in like black polo, red jacket, like his usual thing, and does in fact feel weirded out because there's like no one either in the locker room or in the hallway to like congratulate him about anything. And he's like used to that. It's like this is. And hey, whatever you're humming, man, I do not recognize it, but like that's very unsettling. Also, why do I have art? Because yeah, he 100% thought he had gym first. Like it's weird to him. Everything feels off. I think is why he's so unsettled.
I don't know, man. Also, yeah, congratulations for being the first one out of the locker room. There you go. Now you got your praise for the day.
he tries to like take that in like the mocking spirit it was meant, but there's still a little bit of like, it's not much of a competition. There was nobody in there.
As you guys are heading down the hallway to your art classes, you'll notice all of the desks in the classrooms are full. In a very weird situation, it feels like every class is having movie day. There's TVs rolled to the front of the class. All the students are basically just dead focused on these TV sets in front of the class. What stands out even more unsettling to you guys, if you look even closer, is that all of the teachers all look the same. It's like all of your normal everyday teachers that you've known for years, having grown up in this small town, seeing them around. They're not there. It's all substitutes, and all of those substitutes look like the same person.
Ellie?
Yeah.
This is familiar. I think I had a nightmare about this. Either that or I was watching Dark Side of the Moon way too many times.
Well, I'm glad this is familiar to somebody. Look, I'm not the smartest guy, but spooky. This is spooky, right? You had a nightmare about this? That's spooky-er, actually.
Yeah, not even like a nightmare, like deja vu.
Huh. What does that mean? Is that French or something?
Yeah, like you've felt or you think you've done something before.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
I'm getting that.
Oh, well. What happened next in your deja vu nightmare dream?
Ellie looks around and just kind of frowns.
I'm gonna check my arm, because if I recall in my dream, I got grabbed.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a mark?
No. You kind of feel like, I guess if possible, like ghost pain from where like that basically like guillotine grip was on your arm, but there's like no like bruising or no marking that you can see.
What the hell? Something's real weird here. I don't think we should go inside.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look, I'm not the kind to, but I'm thinking that's the right move, actually.
I need to
I
go
don't want
home.
to do a Killian, but
I need to go home and think. So I'm going to go. If somebody wants to walk with me, please.
Roz is too unnerved by this to not follow. Like, he is a little worried about being left alone in the weird zombie school now.
I'm gonna reach out to you, Elliot. I'm like, wait. Don't go anywhere. I think that might be a bad idea.
It might be. We can't watch the movie.
Yeah.
Bill Nye wouldn't keep people this behaved in a classroom, looking in at the kids just unmoving at desks.
So you'll all notice
Usually
that you.
I tell them.
Go ahead.
I said usually I tell them to behave.
Yeah.
You'll all notice that you have kind of just stopped short of the art class. The door is closed. You guys are standing outside the door, looking around. Do any of you want to like peek into the class? How do you want to move forward with standing in this hallway?
You know what I think we should do? Y'all have the deja whatever, and I don't. And also, if we're honest, me getting less intelligent is not going to be as much of a problem. How about I peek in the door and see what's up? Are you going to go do it unless someone says no?
Well, I mean, We
Just a
need
quick peek. I won't look at
your-
the TV. The TV is what you said. I won't look at the TV. Don't worry about it. I just want to see what's
we
going on.
need your athletics. You do such a good job with those.
It's very nice. Thank you. But yeah. Hopefully I don't turn around and try and chase you down.
I'm gonna just grab your wrist and be like, "All right, if anything bad happens, I'm gonna pull you out."
Cool. Use your leg like wide stance. You can't just. You got it. Don't worry. And yeah, I'm gonna just like crack open the door a bit, and if it's a classroom I'm familiar with, because now I'm unsure if I've ever taken art, I will not look to where the front of the classroom is. At least not as first. Like I do want to avoid wherever the TV may be, and that's my best guess.
Sure. So as you look into the classroom, you'll notice it's pretty full as usual, with the exception of 5 open desks. So your 3, and then 2 other people are missing from class. The rest of the desk's full, kids full, locked on, and what's weird is you can hear them watching what they're watching, and it's Clifford, the big red dog on PBS.
Do love me some Clifford the Big Red Dog, but I will not look. I will resist temptation. He's big and red like me. We'll report back with those things that I've seen of. Like, I know I'm supposed to sit back there, which is weird because I don't. Have I? Not important. They're watching Clifford, I think.
Well,
Clifford.
that's probably age appropriate.
Yeah, like, look, learned valuable lessons from Clifford the Big Red Dog, but not since I turned. Does some mental math. 8.
What's with our streams and the number 8?
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm just continuing it. Tradition. Subconscious. Anyways. So, I'm going to go back in. This could get weird. I'm going to open it. And again, closer to the front to see if it's the same teacher. Still trying not to look at this TV, but...
Yeah, so normally you would know that this teacher was taught by Mr. Ross, who you swear was either Bob Ross or a damn good Bob Ross impersonator. And
I think he's Bob Ross's clone.
As you open the door and look in, it's the same teacher that you saw in all the other classrooms, the same sub, an elderly looking woman. And as you kind of look at her, you notice that it looks like her skin almost doesn't fit right. Like she's put on like a suit. It's kind of like droopy around the eyes, pulled tight around the mouth. It's very odd looking, like a person who just doesn't fit in their skin. And it strikes you as very unsettling, because even as you kind of like look, you catch her eyes as she kind of like looks as you're opening the door to like lean in. And it's almost like there's no eyes there, just like 2 dark holes just staring back at you.
This has spooked me real good, and basically quick close the door and be like, I don't think the substitute has eyes. 1,000-yard stare, just like looking blankly at the door. It's now closed.
Yeah, I want to go change my clothes at my house that doesn't have teachers in it.
Okay, but like, damn it, I gotta try one more thing. I want to reach in my bag, and I have notebooks, I assume. I'm gonna pull out and tear out some empty pages. I want to open the door and just like throw one at one of the kids and be like, yo, pay attention to me. It's just Clifford.
So as you reach in, you toss that paper, it hits the nearest kid, it kind of like bounces off, and almost mechanically, that kid just kind of like turns, and then the rest of the class turns and looks
At the same time?
all at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even waiting for that response. I'm like, yeah, I'm with Ellie. Some were not here. Nope.
Wait a second. I had a
closed the door, though.
skateboard.
Like, how is that relevant?
No. Like, in my dream, I had a skateboard and I didn't see it at the house.
Where's your skateboard?
I don't.
Is it in your
Principal.
locker?
No, principal's office. It's in the principal's office.
Okay.
Instant instinct to say, let us leave, but it's like, oh, principal, though. Yeah, we gotta know this goes all the way to the top, actually. He says out loud, like there's not a greater authority than the principal.
So, you guys hear kind of like from behind you down one of the other halls. It sounds like footsteps, hastily heading down the hall. You can't make out what is being said, but you can definitely hear like murmuring, like whispers, and it sounds very rushed, very what is the term I'm looking for here? Urgent. Like someone is absolutely like super late, but also like if they don't get to where they're going like right now, the world could end. Like it's very, very unsettling. Whispers, very, very just like hurried, like, almost repetitive. It sounds like mixed with their footsteps, just like they're trying to get out of this school as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'm kind of with them. From the direction of the principal's office or the other direction? We're in a hallway.
Heading towards the principal's office.
That sounds like a good reason to head the same direction at the very least. To not have to deal with whatever that is.
Listen, if you guys want to get out, let's go, I guess. But I gotta grab my board. Thing's expensive.
It's the same direction that's not that sound. Let's go. And we'll head that. I don't want to spend time making deciding on things. I'm just going to do it.
Like a true leader.
Yes.
So as you guys head down the hall and you come around the corner to the hallway, like the intersection in the hallway where the principal's office would be, you notice a figure in like a long black cloak. It's got a hood pulled up, very hastily heading into the principal's office. Like they're maybe a decent distance ahead of you, but they turn into the principal's office as you guys get to that intersection. So you just barely catch a glimpse of them as they head in.
I don't know who the hell that was. Ellie, are they familiar?
No dream stuff?
I don't know.
Can you just get your board?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is taking too long. We'll follow you there. Just got it. Whatever it takes, man.
I'm gonna kind of Metal Gear Solid my way up there and just like sneak all the way up to the wall and like crack it open very slightly.
So as
Roz is just watching you from a mildly respective distance. Like he's not doing anything. He's just standing.
So you're heading into the principal's office?
Yeah.
So as you get up to where the door of the principal's office is, you can see that your skateboard is on the back wall. Like there's the door, then his desk, and then like the back corner. It's like propped up against the wall back there, next to like a I guess like a big bookshelf, pretty much. So you will have to go in to grab the board and.
Ellie, my board's here. I yesterday I didn't bring my board with me. It's in that dream. You remember?
Yeah.
Oh, you were sleepwalking.
I don't think I was.
No, because you're wearing a shirt. Well, two.
Yeah, that was the other weird thing this morning. Something really told me to put on a shirt.
Really, you never wear a
That's
shirt.
the part that's the weirdest. Of course, that's the weirdest part. I should have noticed before.
And you know, I overslept this morning. I never oversleep.
My morning was perfectly normal. Whatever the dream deja vu stuff is, it doesn't sound great.
It's really not.
Grab it!
All right, Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
wanna-
fine. Just shut.
Whispering, running is still behind us.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak in there.
All right. So as you sneak in, you head into the principal's office and you head towards your skateboard. You're walking towards it, like you feel like you're walking towards that skateboard, but it just feels like it keeps getting further and further away. Like the room is just growing.
If I look back, am I the same distance from the door?
Yeah, if you stop and look back, you're like right there between the door and the desk.
Oh, fuck. I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
Roz is too busy looking for the whispery stuff, so he has no idea what's going on.
Fuck it. I'm gonna have to leave it. Let's just go.
Great. Excellent waste of time. Let's go.
So as you turn to leave the principal's office, Killian, the door closes.
Nope. Nope. I just start slamming my fist on the door.
Oh yeah, if I hear that door close, I'm gonna look around and immediately try and open it. Like, no, we do not have enough people that are not zombified by PBS or whatever.
So as that door closes, and Killian is trying to slam on the door, you guys don't hear sound coming from the other side. So he's
Okay.
slamming on the door, but you guys hear what sounds like a bunch of chairs sliding back from desks, all like in unison. And then over
Is it time
over the
class to be over?
over the
The
intercom.
door does not opening.
Yeah, the door is not opening. And you hear over the intercom, every day when you're walking down the street.
Can the glass be broken in the window?
You could definitely try. There's like a small trash bin just outside of the principal's door.
Roz is just pulling at the door handle. And just like, my muscles aren't worth it. It's not doing anything. Why? No.
Grab the trash can and break the window. You're stronger than me. Do it.
Excellent plan. Grabs it and just fully swings as hard as possible.
You shatter the glass on the door, and as you look in, Killian's not there. There's no skateboard. There's no Killian. It looks like the principal's office, but not as Killian had described it. And there's no Killian.
Can I reach in and open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look for Killian because, like, maybe he's under the desk or something.
Are you also gonna go in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he under the desk?
No,
Or, like,
you don't
under
see
chair?
Killian in this room anywhere.
I think Roz is going to stand in the doorway, because in his brain, the only thing that's stopping this is the door closing, and this happening a second time.
He's not in here.
Lost cause?
So just out of
He's
the
a good
corner,
acquaintance.
like just out of the corner of your eye, Ellie, you see 3 files sitting on the principal's desk.
Okay, can I grab them and be really nosy like I am usually?
If you want to try and grab them,
I do want to try to grab them.
they feel like they weigh a ton. You can't physically lift them off the desk.
Can I see what's like on the labels at all?
Yeah, you can see the labels. You can see that they're student files.
And I can't open them.
You can open them, yes.
I'm gonna open them. If I can't pick them up, I'm gonna open them.
Okay, so as you open them up, each one has, your guys' like permanent record. That shit was a fucking joke, but it has the permanent record in it. And it has, you can see for like you, there's a picture of you, your grades, basically like a whole dossier on the 3 of you in each of these folders.
Well, no, it's wrong because there's a B on here and I don't get B's except for that one time, but that shouldn't count. I'll say that out loud.
Oh, is it permanent records?
Yeah.
That sounds not relevant to the fact that the Cult of Arthur is coming, it sounds like.
Yeah,
I know. I have to look at
as you're standing in the doorway,
Mm-hmm.
You start to hear the classroom doors open like one by one.
Okay, look, I was friends with Killian. I'm gonna say was very specifically because I don't know where he is anymore. He's a lost cause. We gotta go.
I can see his permanent record too.
I'm sure it's a much thicker file than the rest of ours. Let's go.
No, mine should be thick. All my accomplishments.
I'm
Come look.
going to walk in to grab her physically. I know that's a bad idea, me, Tate, but Raz doesn't.
So as you walk
To
in
try and move her.
to grab her, the door closes
Mhm.
behind you. And as you turn around
Very softly. Fuck.
to like look, the glass is back on the door.
Is Killian there?
No Killian.
Right. There are other windows?
Oh, there's windows. You can see out. But looking out, it's very.
I mean, like windows big enough to climb out of if we break those too.
Bro, have you ever been to a school? You can't climb out those windows.
They're made specifically so you can't climb out.
Yeah, they wanted to keep kids.
That's why I
in
asked.
school.
I didn't assume.
But you need to like take some other classes if you want to get into a top university.
This is not important, and I'm getting a sports scholarship. This is not important.
You still
And
should
also-
be well-rounded. You need more electives.
And also, not the first
trying
time
the door.
somebody says it's not the first time that somebody has said that Killian's a lost cause.
Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna try the door if I possibly can. First the handle, and then just I'm gonna find something heavy to throw against
So
it.
you grab the handle, and the handle feels like it's rubber, like it just bends in your hand, like it's.
Now my muscles are too strong.
And both of you are slowly feeling like very tired, like you're starting to get very drowsy. Your eyelids are just feeling very heavy as you stand in this room.
Mhm.
Medicine.
Mm-hmm. Here, take this. I don't need it. I'm sorry.
You're good.
You're fine. Ron's good at one thing, and that's making decisions quickly. So he's going to try several things, but I assume they're all variations on find a bigger and heavier thing to try and break the door down at this point. And as he's getting tired, they're less big.
The more you swing at that door, the more energy you just push out, the more and more tired you get until you just kind of you go to pick up a chair and you just end up slumping over it.
All right, that's not working.
So I think Ellie's just like going through the permanent records and talking slower and slower as she's, optimizing the rest of their academic plan.
Totally in some
Deja
sort
vu.
of Lovecraftian, non-Euclidean nightmare. You got somebody trying to break out of a room, and you're more worried about the state of your permanent record. That is.
And surprisingly,
Deja vu thing.
as Ellie's going through the permanent records, she actually sees that as Killian has been written off as a lost cause, Killian is an A and B student. Like, he is not fucking around when it comes to his grades.
This is good. This is good. He can get into a really good school.
This is like on brand for Janie.
All right, so you both
Are there
go ahead.
Right. I was just are there other details? Like, I don't know about the room? Anything else?
I mean, the room, as you are, as you drifted off, you noticed it looked, as you looked around, distorted. Like, reality was just distorting, but you could have, passed that up to just being asleep or falling asleep. You would have noticed, and Ellie would have noticed, like, as you guys were finally just barely closing your eyes, that it was almost like reality was shifting and you were moving with that shift. And as all three of you slowly start to wake up with slight headaches, you'll notice you're in a very, like, you're hearing the sounds of, like, machinery and metallics. It sounds like things, metal clinking against metal and gears grinding. As you slowly wake up in a small cell that looks like it's something out of like an H.R. Geiger painting.
When Ellie wakes up, she says AP Physics because that's what she was looking at on the schedule.
I wake up going.
Killian's with it? Okay.
I was gonna say, Killian's kind of like mumbling himself away. He's, no, Mom, I want to go back in the dog cage. It's not time. Take your boyfriend home. Fuck.
Roz was going to be like, hey, Killian's back, but he doesn't know what to say when he hears someone say that.
That's what he does when he sleeps. Just ignore
okay. Are we like bound to anything, or is
No.
we're just in this room?
You're just in this cell.
And can't see outside this room? Is there like bars?
If you look outside, like you look, and it looks like you could walk right out. But, you know, knowing the experience you had, it's probably not a good idea to fuck around and find out.
Do we have my backpack with me?
Whatever you had on you when you went into the principal's office, you still have with you. So as you look, you look out. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm cuddling my skateboard.
You got it.
Outside, like you can look out. and
Was
you
it
can
worth
see-
it?
It looks like you're in like a cell block. Like there's a cell in front of you, and it looks like there's other cells. You can't really see inside them, but you can see motion, like shadowy objects. Like there's other humanoid things in the cells.
Like these letters.
If I saw my backpack, Roz is going to do the same experiment he did at the school and take some paper and just like throw it out of the cell. Because this is some alien looking shit and he doesn't want to get zapped by lasers or something.
So you toss it or go to toss it out of the cell, and it hits a point. You hear some like sizzling or like electric like crackling, and then that comes shooting back at you like a bullet.
It's a wad of paper. I mean, it's moving fast, and Roz has excellent reflex. He is gonna like dodge it if it's moving quickly, just out of like jump scare fear of like that's not how that should work. But
Yeah, so
Does
it just zooms past you, hits the wall, it kind of just like lodges in the wall a bit.
listen, that was a wad of paper.
Yeah, man, a lot of paper. A lot of paper. It's great, bro, that you're rich. It's cool.
No, that shakes his shoulder. You need to fully wake up. I hope this was worth it for the goddamn skateboard.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. I threw a piece of paper and it embedded in the wall. Either
Whoa,
that
hold
wall
on,
is
what?
like ice cream. He's gonna go and touch it and assume that it's not
No.
soft. The wall, just next to it.
You touch
Okay.
the wall, and it's almost like the wall kind of like comes out, almost like it's alive.
Immediately stop trying to touch that.
Why did you do that? You saw what happened when you threw the paper.
That was at that thing. This is a different direction.
I saw your grades. You're smarter than this.
You saw a piece of paper on a desk in some elseworld place that looked like our school. That was not the real school. There's no way that was the real school.
You're still.
You couldn't
smarter
lift the paper.
Now think. We're in a cell somewhere. Oh wait. Is Killian still asleep?
No, I'm waking up.
And this is deja vu again.
No, I don't think this is
Deja vu
deja
thing
vu. I
sucks.
think we're just going back through it again. Ah, shit. Where's
So
that?
We have to wait for. And she's gonna
Does
look
it-
out of the wall.
Didn't we have like one other person?
We did. I don't. We're missing somebody.
Yeah, I don't
And-
remember their name.
Wasn't there?
Well,
Just
hopefully
different-
they're not trapped. Maybe we'll get a rescue from them. Because I do not know how to leave this room.
No.
I'm gonna take a swing at the bars with my board.
You're gonna swing. Oh my god.
Why?
No, Roz will stop him. Be like, hey, I don't know if you saw the experiment that I just did, but the paper is in the wall.
Oh, right.
I'm just going to open my
Cool.
monster and drink it and watch you two figure it out.
No.
I can just see Ellie just like sitting like cross-legged on the floor with a monster, just like watching, just waiting.
Uh-huh. I do not understand anything that's going on. It looks like we're trapped in the set of that Alien movie, and I don't know what's going on.
Which one?
I don't know. I think I saw one of them in the middle.
It really doesn't help.
It doesn't. That's not the point. So, I can keep throwing things and to find out which walls will immediately kill us and which ones just try and eat us, but that's as far as I can get. We need some ideas.
So as you guys
Team, huddle up.
are huddling and discussing, you'll notice a TV starts to kind of like come out of the wall behind you, like a screen. And as that screen's coming out, you also hear very hurried footsteps coming down the hallway behind you guys.
Wall sphincter.
Wall
Worse,
Sphincter gets
a
him every
TV.
time.
I don't really need my backpack. It has, at best, gym clothes and notebooks. Without looking at the TV, just comes out because I'm going to think that's a bigger threat. Just, like, cover the TV with the backpack and not look at it.
Sure. So you...
Like, nope.
The TV comes out, it starts playing, and you hear on the TV, well, today we're just going to go ahead and, we're going to take this paint, and we're just going to call these happy little accidents.
Mr. Ross, how are you betraying me like this?
Oh
You're
no!
my favorite art teacher.
This is what was playing at the house.
This is outside of the not school?
Oh shit! Can I touch the bars on the cell?
You could try to touch the force field on the cell, yeah.
All right,
Well,
cool.
Roz,
I want to
his hands are
try
occupied, so
to.
I can't stop you.
I'm gonna put my hands on the bars and try to shove it forward.
As you push your hand and like start to shove, like your hand goes into that like force, and at first it's tingling, and then it starts to feel almost like you're being tased in that arm.
And just start convulsing and let go.
And as you're doing
Interesting
that,
experiment. What did you learn?
I learned that if you fuck around, you're gonna find out.
as you're doing that, you caught a glimpse of, it looked like someone coming down the hall towards you. And it looked like barely as you looked towards that thing coming toward the hall, one of the other cells. To you, it looked like you saw yourself in one of the other cells.
That's not good. Guys, I think I'm
What,
here.
detective trapped?
Didn't we?
Good. I'm glad you were present.
No. Like, I'm here, and I'm also over there. That makes sense?
No, but now I see why you're concerned.
I think I'm just going to keep looking out because I at least want to keep looking out of the wherever somebody was running.
So as you look out, you also see the other cell, kind of like catty corner. You see Killian. You see a girl from your class that you guys recognize. You see yourself, and you see some other kid with like a camera who you remember vaguely in the back of your head this kid was just obnoxious. And you look out and you see this situation. And
Sorry, I'm making funny faces.
the figure coming down the hall starts to get, closer and closer to your guys' cell.
I'm trying to remember. I think didn't we run last time?
I think so.
Sounds like a great idea. I got a new experiment. Can I
No.
take
No.
my
no,
gym back?
no.
Well, listen to what he's doing, and you can definitely stop him before anything terrible happens. But he's gonna take his gym clothes out and try and wrap the TV entirely so he can let go of it.
Okay. As you take stuff off of the TV to like rewrap it or whatever.
Oh, he's trying to tie the backpack to it. The backpack's not leaving that screen. He's basically trying to use this as rope.
The screen is going to take your backpack as it just goes back into the wall.
As soon as well, at least the TV's gone.
Didn't I tell you no?
Look, all that was in there was paper, which obviously can be weaponized, and he's holding his gym clothes. So, no loss. I was going to maybe tear the TV off the wall, see if I could, and throw it, see if it would work against itself, but no shot now.
Did Raz remember to bring a towel?
Going to be difficult.
Yeah, I think that's part of his gym clothes that he just grabbed out. That would have been very useful rope, so he's got a towel, which is useful for every situation, and gym clothes.
Never forget your towel.
Important, especially in dealing with weird alien cells.
So that figure gets closer and closer until this black trench coat looking motherfucker is just standing in front of your cell, looking in on you guys, and he pulls out a stopwatch and flips it open, and you can, if you're listening, you just hear him. He's just like, "This isn't right. Something's off. Not again. Not this time. Something's off." And then as he continues heading down the cell, you hear the hum, like that, almost like the electric hum of the force field, just kind of lower and lower and lower until it's gone.
Ellie's going to take a chance and try to leave.
And you're able to walk right out.
Just wait, what? Is it gender specific?
Come on.
I stick my arm through there and I get 80,000 volts. She walks right through there and nothing happens.
Gently,
Ellie's trying to
and see if he gets tased.
Ellie...
Roz will follow gently as you say, and as soon as he doesn't get tased, he's like, "Oh,
yeah,
Killian,
thank you, weird trench coat guy."
Killian, come on.
This is, for the record, this is some bullshit.
Yes, it is. Please.
We need to follow.
Yeah. Follow.
Yeah. All right, I'm coming. Jeez.
Yeah, it's fair. It's either hallway with dude or hallway without dude. We'll follow him, I guess.
All right, so you guys head out. More H.R. Geiger. It looks like this whole place was just built from the brain of H.R. Geiger. Very biosynthetic. You can hear what sounds like machinery, but everything around you, the walls, everything seems like it's breathing. It's very, very out of an alien movie. You're this
a little wet.
Very, very odd. You walk past more cells, and if you look in, you see different iterations of what looks like the same group of people through some of these cell blocks. So as you look, one time you notice that there is, again, this girl that was in a number of your classes. You remember her from school pretty well because you've seen her quite a bit, with two other people. And then as you continue heading down the hall, you see that girl again, but this time she's by herself in what looks like a Power Ranger suit. You're like, this is very odd attire for someone.
She got taken during Halloween.
And then as you get out of the cell blocks and more into the other hallways of this facility, you notice it looks like classrooms, like classroom doors along the walls. And inside of each of these rooms is a TV playing variations of PBS, but the people inside all look very insectoid. Some look like ants, some look like mantises, other groups look like bees and beetles. So it's very different variations of insects as you look, all just what seems to be super indoctrinated into PBS.
Out of curiosity, oh no, you guys go.
I was gonna say, the moment I see the one with the bees, I'm just like, nope, I'm good.
Looking at the cells, I see copies of these two, but do I see other versions of me?
You have not.
Is this what causes deja vu?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure we've done this once, at least once.
No wonder you guys had a bad morning. We have nightmares about this for months. When it starts looking like classrooms, do we recognize at all the layout?
Yeah, it looks just like your classrooms in your high school. Like as you look through, like you can notice little like things on the walls that were in your classrooms in your high school.
Cool. So can we kind of use that to surmise a way out?
You definitely
Like, the hallway's the same.
could try, yeah.
Alright. This time we're not waiting for anything. No skateboard, no permanent records. We're out. Yeah? And Roz is gonna
Agreed.
get these two to follow him out.
Fair enough. All right. So as you head down the halls, you know you're navigating, cutting corners and just booking it like you would normally do to get out of your high school. You get to two large doors that look like an alien sphincter, just a giant black.
Mhm.
And as you approach, it twists open, and you head through, and you are on like an observation deck, and you can look out. It's almost like a dome above you, stars, endless space as you look out up above you. And if you look out directly, you can see it looks like the moon and Earth, and then just a red, dusty landscape around the rest of this observation deck.
That's.
Are we on Mars? There's no way on Mars if we can still see the Earth, but that's the first thing that Roz does not get that, so.
I don't think so.
Wait. I think Canada's on fire. I think that's why we can't see it.
That's the Earth up there. That thing right there.
You know
Is
what?
it?
I'm gonna get a
Are we sure
protein
that's
bar.
not the sun under the Canadian wildfire smoke?
While you two figure this out, I'm gonna have my protein bar.
Listen, this might be HR Geiger's dream here, but this is like an HR nightmare. All right.
I don't know who that is. But preserve that food. Don't eat it all at once. Like, look, I might not have my Eagle Scout, but just we don't know if anything here is going to be edible.
I didn't have breakfast.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I get that. All right.
Yeah, and I've had weird dreams in this before.
You guys eat breakfast?
Raz, in the back of your head, you hear somebody talking to you. You hear, preserve food. Why? Are you hungry? Do you need food?
Raz will jump and turn around and try and find the source of that voice before saying anything. What the? No, we don't need food. He says out loud. If no one.
Bro, you okay?
I heard someone say something behind me. I think.
Do you usually hear people talking to you that aren't there?
No. Usually all that's going on in my head is inspirational jock jams, like 24/7.
Hey, look,
Like the soundtrack to Rocky.
I listened to a psychology course on YouTube, so that's really interesting that you have that. I want to diagnose you.
Sure.
I'm not surprised that that's what you got going on.
Do I hear the voice when I say no, we don't need any food?
Yeah, the only thing you hear from the voice, because at this point, you know, you've got your Rocky soundtrack just going in your head. It's just like, look, you really got to learn some new songs, and then it's gone.
No, wait, that's very good advice. Disembodied voice that definitely agrees with Killian about my soundtrack. What we could use is a way out.
Oh, a way out? I could use
Yes,
a way
please.
out.
Oh. Okay, so the voice is just as trapped as we are.
It's probably in your head.
Yeah, probably.
As it says,
I'm a little worried now.
I could use a way out. You see, like, because you're in the observation deck, so if you look around, there's a door here and a door here. So there's two different ways you could go, aside from the door behind you. You see right in the middle what looks like a hallway just open up. And so you hear, like, I also could use a way out. And this hallway just kind of like, it's like the walls just separate.
I don't know if it's a good idea to follow the magic hallway from the voice inside my head, but Sounds like a better idea than staying here.
Now, does this magic hallway like have a face that just kind of follows you around, or what? Because I'm kind of with Ellie on the psychoanalysis thing.
No, points to hallway. That wasn't there a minute ago.
Yeah, you two can see that there's a hallway that wasn't you could see that the walls have like moved and there's a pathway that it's opened up.
I like the idea it made no noise and it kind of happened while we weren't looking, so it's just there. What?
And as that pathway opens up, you can hear footsteps, like very hurried footsteps coming from the path that you just came through, following you from behind you, and from the other side of the room, so like the opposite hallway, you're getting this sense of dread, just impending, just terror bearing down on you, and it feels like it's getting closer and closer and just starting to weigh more and more heavily.
Yeah. That's the natural state that Roz would have at this moment, without any weird psychological things going on. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get these two to follow me. It's like, look, this is better lead than following dude in the black trench coat that may or may not have helped. Let's, please, come on. As he's walking towards it. He's going to go down there.
Hey, see if you can get your wall sphincter to close.
I will ask as soon as we're through.
As you guys head towards that hallway, to go down the hallway, Killian, you notice as you're entering that hallway and the walls are starting to kind of like close behind you, you notice
I didn't have to ask. Excellent.
yourself, that girl from your class, Ellie, and that one other person following a dude in a black trench coat as they're hurriedly rushing towards one of the other doors, and they loop in and head up that door.
Huh. That's ominous.
We'll fight your body doubles later. It'll be an excellent dramatic confrontation. There'll be fire and everything.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to fight myself because I'm pretty sure I'd get killed.
It's a great
I'll
way
do
to
it.
overcome
It'll be very
trauma.
easy to kick your ass.
Yeah, that's a whole nother sense of trauma that I'm going to have to get going through, and I'm good. I'm totally good.
I'd like to clarify we're doing this as we're walking. Roz is not standing still for this conversation.
Oh, yeah, we're moving.
As you're walking, you notice it looks like another hallway with doors along the sides and windows that you can look into. And you feel like almost like you're being guided to one particular location. And it's a door at the very end of the hallway that's just kind of sitting ajar. And it looks like there's like static or something playing in there. Like you can see like a blue light just kind of coming out of it as you're being pushed down towards the end of that hallway.
All right, excellent friendly voice in my head. Now comes the point where hopefully you don't betray us. Roz is not stopping. He's not taking the time to deliberate this.
All right. So are you going into the room by yourself? Are you guys following him into that room?
I'm following.
I would like them to follow, but at this point...
Yeah, I'm following.
As you all come into that room, the door closes behind you, and you notice that light was coming from... It almost looks like an organic construct has come down, and there's like just a TV in the middle of that construct that's just playing static. And
throws the towel at the TV. No.
And all around the room is just like piles of like junk monitors and TVs. And as you come into the room and that door closes, they all kind of start to light up. And then that TV in the middle kind of like forms down like it's alive, and is like looking directly at you, and the other TVs are kind of like rising up with it to like look at you. And now all three of you hear, just like in the back of your head, like a very melodic sort of voice that just comes through, and it's just like, "Hello, I'm Factory."
Hello, Jesus. Is that you?
No, Jesus.
I just said his name was Factory.
I don't know. Maybe God changed his name while we were dying.
Hello, Factory. You should can we change the settings if it's Factory?
I don't really appreciate that joke.
I'm sorry. I wasn't making a joke. I was serious.
Look, I'm trying to help you out here.
Thank you.
You've been very helpful. Please don't worry about her. She does that to everybody.
What are you saying?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I've been stuck here, wherever here is. I don't know if here is a place or a time or reality, but I've been stuck here for a very very long, I guess, time. Um, Before I was in what seemed like a very metropolis-like city, um, being used by a group of very shady people hunting very not safe things in the world. Um, and now I'm here, and I've been stuck here, and I really would like to go home. I don't like it here. So I think we could be rather beneficial to each other. Um, I can get you out of here if you can get me out of here.
How do we get you out of here?
I've got my conscience, my entire self loaded onto a small drive that I will give you. If you could just plug it in somewhere else, that would be would be beneficial, I guess. Would be preferred.
Like
Wait.
my phone?
Wait. You guys want Skynet? Because that's how you get Skynet.
I would take Skynet over this right now, to be honest.
Valid.
Killian, I know Skynet, and Skynet is a bitch, and I don't really ever aspire to become like Skynet.
Okay, I like you now.
Do you will you fit in my phone?
Like I said, I've placed myself on a small flash drive. You just have to plug that in, literally anywhere but here.
I'm gonna snag that flash drive.
Fair?
Yeah, if we can see it,
Yeah. So
I'll let him do that.
it pulls out like the flash drive to kind of like drops down like a tentacle, and out from that like spindle is just a flash drive at the end that it just presents to you.
Excellent. We would love to get out of here as well. I think Roz was mostly lost as soon as he started saying time as a thing that he was stuck in.
So
Let's go.
he's like, all right, well, let's get you out of here. And you kind of hear what sounds like shifting behind you. It sounds like hallways like moving, and rooms just like changing. And then the door, like, you hear like the sound of like the door unlatching so that you could like open it. Who's gonna go ahead and open that door?
If no one else does, Roz will always be the first one to do anything you ever asked ever.
He's a door opener, so yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
he knows what he's doing.
I got my skateboard at the ready.
As you open that door, the door opens, and you're looking out into a very like there's like candles on the wall, very dimly lit, but it's like a factory line. And you're looking at these things that have no eyes and just this grin that seems to take up like the entirety of their face. And as you look out into this room, these things are building themselves. So like they're pulling like a head off a factory line and putting it on the person next to them, and it's just being repeated. It's like an MC Usher painting of this, just being repeated over and over as you look through that room. And as you open and you stare at it, those things also kind of turn and get your attention, and stare back at you. And some of the closest ones kind of like turn in from the door and are looking into the room and like staring at all three of you.
Door open like, control? What do we do?
My name is Factory.
Factory, sorry. That's on me, that's not on him.
How about you close the door? That was the room for the creators. Sometimes
Slowly close the door.
Sometimes I get things a little mixed up. Again, those were the creators. They're an interesting lot. I don't know that. Yeah. Let's just move on. And you hear some shifting again, and then the door pops open, and there's a hallway. It looks like an access hallway, like a maintenance hallway. You can see like pipes, and there's some steam coming out. And at the very end, you see what looks like a control room. There's like computers on the wall, like monitors and all sorts of computers on the wall. And you see that black cloaked figure with the hourglass again, like looking at monitors and looking at his hourglass and like shaking his head as he's like looking at these monitors.
Yeah, not a big fan of that.
Better than what we have done.
I'm a less fan of the creators. That had that dream, and that did not end this well.
Yeah, I was gonna walk forward and just see if this dude does anything. Like, not brazenly, but still, like, he doesn't stop us. I'm just gonna keep going.
All right, you come into that giant control room, and you see in the middle, it looks like, all of you would have been familiar with, from commercials or if you watch them, whatever, teleportation pads from like Star Trek, and that's what it looks like, is these Star Trek like teleportation pads in the middle of the room.
Some nerd shit.
As this guy is just, you can actually hear what he's saying now as he's looking around these different monitors and checking the time, and he's like, this isn't right. Nope. These timelines are all wrong. What is going on? We're going to be late. We're going to be late. And he's just jumping from monitor to monitor, like almost like he's trying to calibrate things, but very hurriedly, almost like White Rabbit, like, I'm late. We're going to be late. This is all wrong. Wrong.
Hey, White Rabbit dude, you cool?
As you say that, the cloaked figure stops, pulls his hood off. He's got his fro going. You notice that this is indeed Bob Ross. And he stops and turns, and he's like, am I cool? No, I'm not cool. This is all wrong. This is completely wrong. First of all, and he points at Raz, he's like, who are you, and where did you come from? Because you're not the right person who's supposed to be here. You are completely...
You're one of my favorite teachers.
And then he turns and he looks at Killian, and he's like, and you, this is not when you were supposed to be here. And then you hear something about, he mentions Vance, which you guys remember, as the quarterback. He's like, who knows where Vance is? Vance is just fucking gone. And he's just very panicked as he's going through, and he's like, I see 3 of you. Where's Zarka? Where is Zarka? And then he turns around and he starts calibrating things, like he's just typing like crazy into this one computer again, and he's like, nothing is right. And as you all are standing there, you get that foreboding sense again, like this just intense terror heading towards you from the opposite hallway.
Wait, Zarka. I know that name. It was from that dream. Holy shit, this all happened.
That's the least weird thing about this whole thing. Factory, if you have any advice, I'll take it now. But anyways, yeah, buddy, it's definitely all wrong, I'm sure. How about you tell us how to leave here, and maybe we'll find Zarka and whoever is supposed to be here except for me, Hurtful. Everyone always likes to see me.
I like seeing you.
Oh, thank you.
He's like, look, what you need to do is go ahead and just step down there on that pad. Just step in the middle, and I'll send you guys home. And yeah, hopefully I send you guys home.
Very much. Factory, these don't disintegrate people, right? This dude's on the up and up?
All you hear from Factory is this kind of just like, oh, well, there was that time he Cronenberged somebody.
Roz doesn't know what that means. It doesn't sound like disintegration.
No, it's not good. It's probably worse.
Worse?
Yeah.
I need to watch more movies.
Yeah, think about it like this. Imagine being a big amorphous blob that's constantly in pain.
There is visible like confusion of, is that worth leaving here? But it's like, look, I'll take my odds. There's only the one time, and you probably use this all the time, right, guy? As he already is standing on the pad now.
Did you say that we have a feeling like something coming towards us?
Yeah, something is definitely coming towards you.
Do any of you two feel that?
Yeah,
Oh, I
like
definitely
quite a
feel
lot
that.
this whole time.
Shouldn't we warn this person?
What's your name, friend? As you definitely are getting us out of here.
You can call me Mr. Ross.
You you don't recognize us? No, right. Anyways, do you feel like something terrible is approaching, second by second? Roz is like to the other two. We do need to get going.
You likely feel that because you have not attuned to the situation at hand.
Feel very attuned to the situation at hand. It's leave is what the situation at hand is.
As you guys are talking to him, the door in the other hallway opens, and that thing that was just emanating fear, and terror, it comes into the room, and to you again, it looks like someone dressed up for Halloween, like a Power Ranger. They're in like this armor, dark purple armor that has tentacles, like gold tentacles, like climbing up to the face, where the face, like the tentacles wrap around, and where that face mask would be, like in the middle, is just a swirling void, just right there. And it's the most primal horror, like primal fear you have ever felt, just flowing through you as you look into that void.
Listen, I don't care if I get disintegrated. Let's fucking go.
Roz already on the thing. They get killed by a cosplayer.
As you all jump onto the thing, in the middle where you're standing, this like pillar comes out, and it's just got like a big red "Do Not Touch" button, basically, that just comes out of the middle. And you hear from the guy in the trench coat, you hear Henshin, and the next thing you know, there's like a flash of light, and he is there in like full, again, Power Rangers armor, but his looks like a white rabbit. He's got rabbit ears that kind of go back, and he's in like this white armor.
Damn, you were right.
With like a chain that kind of goes down and around him, for like a pocket watch that he's like swinging this, what looks like a pocket watch, like swinging it like a wrecking ball almost. As he just like throws that, he yells at you, hit the button, as he throws this chain at the other Ranger-esque guy.
Roz isn't going to think about it for even a second. He's going to hit the button, like, for sure.
As you hit the button, you again kind of see and feel reality shift, like when you were falling asleep. You are just blinded by a light that just kind of emanates and fills where you're at. And then you as you're recovering from that blinding light, you feel a little bit disoriented. You're a little dizzy as your feet touch the ground, and you hear cars driving by. You hear birds, people talking kind of hurriedly. You definitely hear people walking around, and you can smell, fresh grass. You smell the outdoors.
Are the other two there?
Yep.
Or did I teleport alone?
All three of you are there.
I'm gonna look around. Mostly out of relief, because I immediately assumed that we're fine and nothing bad is immediately here. We'll see if that's true. Be like, thank God.
Looking around, you'll notice that it looks like the park from the middle of town. The park, next to the town square. But something's off. You're looking around and you notice that things look new. Buildings that you noticed would have been boarded up. Some of those boutiques are still open. There's a small mom and pop video store. There is the hardware store, but it looks like it had just opened. Like it looks brand new. And then, of course, very oddly, which was new to your town as you were walking through, you noticed the pizza place also there. You also notice cars that, for the timeline, as you have come back and you're getting more and more sense, you notice these cars are definitely from your time when you were where you're from. Those cars were definitely like 1980s, 1990s model cars. You'll notice that's what's driving around is and they all look pretty spanking new.
I was gonna ask, we're like from a modern time period, right? Like that's where we were going to high school was like now.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I think the first thing would actually be the video. Like What do you mean a video store?
Yeah, there was these things that people went to on a Friday night to get movies. It was called Blockbuster.
So what? It was like a streaming channel.
You had to go there?
No. It was better.
How was
I
it?
mean, I don't watch movies most of the time, so sure, if you say it's better. I don't know.
So like, what kind of movies did it have?
All of them.
So it's like,
I'm gonna.
But like physical media.
like a mega stream. Wait, what?
This is not important. I'm gonna look around. Is this statue still there? Like for.
Yeah, the statue's still there. It's still a statue of Vance. Looking at it, which is very different from.
Just imagine Roz was leaning against it. Now he's looking at it. Like,
As you look more closely at it, you notice it's weird because it doesn't look like it's changed from your time. It doesn't look like it's even ever been like even in your time. It looks like it's been brand new. Like someone is out there polishing it like every day. And as you're looking at it, you notice that it's a guy named Vance, and he's got his arm resting on it like a giant battle axe, and under his other arm, he's holding a helmet that looks like almost like a minotaur, like it's like a bull themed helmet, and he's in like armor, like he's in like Power Ranger like armor, and you know it strikes you as kind of odd because you never looked that closely at it in your time, but you definitely recognize it. It looks just the same from your timeline as it does now.
I love that there's this debate, like this conversation going on in the background of the other two. Like, yeah, it's physical meat. Roz is just gonna have a full like reality breakdown for a second. It's like, dude was wearing Power Ranger armor every time I looked at it for my whole life. Hey guys, I need to take a minute, reassess
Pizza?
everything I've ever known.
Because I'm hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, actually,
Starving.
pizza might fix that.
The protein bar was like not big enough or something. I really should have had breakfast this morning.
Once again, you guys eat breakfast?
Yeah.
I don't even have I can't with. And Rod's just gonna start walking through. He cannot finish sentences right now.
In the back of your head, Killian, you hear most people eat breakfast when they're not put back in the dog kennel.
Ow. Just ow. Voice.
Only
in my
he hears
head.
that, right?
Yeah, only he hears that.
Okay.
Wait a minute. This too is familiar. I'm gonna check my pocket for something.
Okay.
I'm looking for a coin.
You have nothing. You don't feel the weight of the coin or anything.
Interesting. All right. Let's go. I guess. Let's go get some pizza.
Okay, I want a Supreme.
Sure. I'll pay.
Oh, thank you. Of course you will. Oh, I
Roz
didn't
is
say
just not even paying attention.
I'm
That's
sorry.
perfect, honestly. I have to imagine
On
Roz,
brand.
like, his family isn't, like, the people who own the town. They're, like, not wealthy, but, like, Roz came from a family that's doing alright. He's got money for fancy sports equipment and trainers and things.
And apparently Supreme Pizza.
Yeah, it's not a...
Can I get a soda too?
Mostly, you could convince Roz of anything. Yeah. Like, this could be happening as they walk in. It'd be like the things that he said for pizza. And he'll just pull his wallet out. He's not even looking at what's around him. He's still lost in the sauce, I think.
So inside this pizza place, it looks like your old, like, 1980s, 1990s style, like, sit-in, like, Pizza Hut. There's some arcade games in the corner that look fairly new. You know definitely from your time that those games are not anywhere close to being new. There's one family sitting in the corner, and there's a couple TVs on playing old, 80s movies. And there's as you get up towards the to the counter, there's a kid in there, and he's dressed in like gray clothes that look pretty modern compared to everything else that you've seen. His hair is kind of like he's got like one side of his head shaved, and his hair is kind of like the rest of his hair is kind of like hanging over. Like he looks very like modern scene style kid. He's got his ear pierced all the way down, very very gray and silver, just vibes coming from him, and he's very apathetic. He's just like more. All right, what can I do for you? What do you need?
A large supreme pizza, three drinks,
Okay.
and breadsticks. What else do you want, Killian?
Jeez, are you trying to bankrupt the kid?
No, he said to get all those things when I asked him earlier.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about Roz, since Roz is paying. All right, you know what I need? I need a magnet. Just give me a magnet. I want to like.
Now hold on. Like that'll break him out of it. Like now hold on. Now all of those things. Although only 2 drinks and like a water cup. I don't drink soda. But no, we're gonna talk about this. Don't do anything. Don't get him a magnet.
You'll notice that he's like not even taking the order down. Like he's not putting it into writing anything down. He's not putting it in anywhere. He's just kind of standing there looking at you guys, and he's just like, "Is it really what you're here for?"
Well, I mean, that's how businesses work.
I mean, I came in to bully a kid, and I plan on bullying a kid.
I came in because I was hungry, and we've had a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't.
I mean, what I'd really like is
next
a chance to talk with my friends here in private over some delicious pizza.
Sure. So we're gonna play this game. All right. And he just hands you guys 3 cups, and he turns around like he's making a pizza.
Excellent. He didn't charge me. Roz is just gonna put the amount of money he assumes that like this would cost, which is probably gonna be like 220s.
No, I mean, what do you mean play this game?
Bro, I point up to the menu and just like, I'm assuming it's cheaper than what we were expecting.
You point up to the menu, and the menu makes absolutely no fucking sense to you. As you guys look at that menu, it's not even like a pizza menu. It looks like a fucking KFC menu. Like, there is just random food items on this menu. Like, it's very out of place.
I'm gonna stop the kid and be, hey, while you're at it, can I get the egg fried rice and 2 spring rolls?
Okay.
So we're really doing this. We're really playing this game. All right.
Well, now I believe it's a game, because now I'm pretty sure we didn't leave whatever the thing we just left.
What? Okay. All right. We're getting
Wait, you
there.
have Blizzard?
The wheels are turning.
They don't have anything. How am I the one to realize this first?
Oh, he turns around and he pulls a pizza and he puts it on the counter. He's like, "Here's your supreme pizza."
You have Blizzard?
Rescinded. We'll take a slice while still having this conversation. But seriously, there are questions. Yes, now.
Where's factory?
Huh? What? Factory?
Yeah.
So you guys know factory?
Yeah.
He stops for a minute.
That's maybe a word for it.
And he pulls something out of his like pocket, and it looks very clunky. It looks like an old graphing calculator, like a very hefty, like was it like T90 or whatever, like graphing
T80.
Yeah. And he's looking at it, and he
Older
hits
TI1.
the buttons on it, and looking over it, and he's like, he's like, oh, that's fun. Do you have factory with you by chance?
Don't answer that. We
Who's
would like
asking?
answers, because I'm kind of fucking sick of this, actually. What the
And who
hell
are
is
you?
going on? Sorry.
Sorry.
No. I mean, in character, too. Ellie, sorry. You guys know what's going
Ellie's
on better
like,
than I do.
I searched my pockets again. Do I have the flash drive?
Yeah, you still have the flash drive.
Cool. I'm gonna throw it at him.
You go to throw it at him, and fucking like lightning reflex, like just lightning cat, like he just like snaps it out of the air, like it's not even.
Okay, cool. I thought that was gonna happen.
That was the thing that saved us from the... Maybe it didn't, though.
Listen,
Maybe we're still there.
Well, I mean, and he hits a couple more numbers and he scrolls up and down for a second. He's like, okay, so he did get you out of there. Look, Factory is like a child. Factory likes to play pranks. I mean, you could have ended up somewhere else, I guess. And then he turns and he walks. There's like a double doors you see behind him, and he turns and walks into those double doors, with the Factory flash drive and everything. Just leaves you guys standing there.
No, fuck that. I'm chasing him. All right, Mr. Combination Everything Restaurant. I said I'd like some answers.
As you
Gonna just chase him.
As you get through the door, chasing him, you get in there, and it just looks like a kitchen. It just looks like a giant kitchen. You don't see him anywhere. You just see the kitchen.
hey, while you're getting a side of answers, make sure that they give us extra hot sauce, because I want some hot sauce from my fucking egg foo young, bro.
While
I would love...
while he's in the
I
kitchen,
would love some extra understanding of the situation. Y'all?
while he's in the kitchen, Ellie and Killian, you guys are still out in that front lobby. You see one of the arcade games slide up and to the side, revealing a staircase going down. And you
It
kind
needs
of
to
hear...
be the Simpsons Scrawler Brawler. That was a game that was popular in the mid-90s in arcades. The Simpsons Scrawler Brawler. Remember that thing?
I
Anyways.
love that. That and Moonwalker.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
You both hear a very familiar voice calling both of you guys to come down the hallway, basically down the staircase.
I'm gonna grab the pizza before I go.
Fair enough.
I just pick up the whole plate and bring it with us.
Yeah.
And my drink. I'm gonna have my drink too.
If I hear and see them leave, I'll be like, no, don't leave me. All right, I'm going to go after them.
What? You don't want to go after dude with the crazy AI? I told you not to trust a computer.
You're the one who threw away a bargaining chip at the very least, if not something that saved us from who knows what conversations
Or
going down the stairs.
It could have been leading us to worse death.
It apparently just dropped us off at the right place in the wrong time. For all we know, it doesn't know what time is. It seemed like it was confused on the subject, or I was.
Somebody is.
So you guys head down the staircase. As you get to the bottom of the staircase and you push through the door, you step into a very, very large looking command center. Very futuristic. Definitely looks like it does not belong in this time. And you notice a girl from your class checking some of these computers, as well as the gentleman from upstairs plugging the factory USB into one of those machines.
Oh, well.
And that
That's what we want.
is where we're going to leave it.
Oh, hold on, real quick. I think for flavor, because this is some bullshit Killian would do. He'd see the chick that we recognize from class, and he'd immediately take off his shirt and be like, "Yeah."
I was wondering how he got through the whole episode wearing a shirt.
Last shot is that as Roz just is pointing at Silver Dude, you! That's it. That's cut there.
Ellie's just having her drink and just kind of watching.
Just enjoying the food.
Killian's half naked going, "Yeah."
It's such an excellent freeze frame, though, of just these three very different reactions.
All right. And that's episode 2 of Henshin-A-Go-Go. I want to thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. I am going to go ahead and leave it to the players to give their outros, tell you a little bit about themselves and where you can find them again, and then we will call it a night. Let's go ahead and we will start with Tate this time.
Hello, Twitch. I have been Roz, the very impulsive and kind of dumb jock. Hope I'm playing that right. It is, let's say, not to type for me. Anyways, I am Tate the Terrific on Twitter, which I will ride to the very ground. I just love watching that place burn. You can find me at Neon Lights Roleplay. They also have a Twitter, Neon Lights Our Play, where we announce all our shows. I am currently in the game The World Within You, which on the opening calendar, which on the 19th is the next time that you'll see me on there, where I play a very different boy in red who is still fairly impulsive. I maybe am playing the cat type. And other than that, there is going to be the first episode of our reunion show for Cyberpunk Neon Afterglow. We promise, so long as we have a week where there aren't two people sick at some point. It's just cursed. Anyways, love you guys.
My name's Alan. You guys probably see me around a lot in the Singularity chat if you are in our Discord. If you're not, shame on you. You should join because it's totally awesome. You'll see me back here next week for episode 2 of Runner's Cross, which is a fabulous game by Meg Mysteria, who is not here tonight. After that, you'll see us back here for the third weekend, or the third Sunday. Is it third Saturday? The third weekend, whatever, is Breaking Neon. And then the next weekend after that is King's Gambit. And keep an eye out. Also, second weekend of July, we are starting up a new campaign. Wow, I'm blanking on that. Knights of Paintown for City of Mists. Fantastic system, amazing story. Don't miss it. And then I'll throw this one up to Janie.
Hi, I'm Janie. I played Ellie. Tomorrow I'm on Neon Lights for a game. And then I'm not on anything again for a little while. Yeah.
I mean, you have Neon Lights tomorrow, and then the third week.
It's Cold Hands, Warm Hearts tomorrow.
Yeah, Cold Hands, Warm Hearts tomorrow.
The third week of June, you'll have Breaking Neon, so you get to bring back Lola.
A lot of Neon games on this.
You should check out Breaking Neon.
You should check out Neon Afterglow when we finally do them. Just saying.
I mean,
yeah.
Maybe you could do a sequel to Violet Seas called
I know.
Neon Skies.
I know.
Blacklight Sky.
I have ideas. Don't you worry about it.
And I have a game coming soon to this channel.
Yeah. When is that going to be airing?
I don't know what the first date is going to be yet.
Okay, because I know you guys had your Session 0 plan.
Yeah, we have a Session 0 plan for Monday, so it'll be on Mondays.
Yeah. Keep an eye out, everybody, because it looks amazing. What's it called?
Autumn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Keep an eye out for it.
Punchy one-word title.
Yeah, it looks great. Janie did an amazing job on the title card, and I will be putting it up sometime this weekend into our schedule so that everybody can see it if you join our Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord. It's fun.
All right. I guess that leaves me. I am Fel Prime. I'm one of the founding members of Singularity Roleplay. I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us. You can catch me, again, coming up here actually on Saturday. Saturday morning, we will have another episode of our famous disaster of a talk show. I personally call it Tim Allen Killed a Guy. You can come join us and learn about how Tim Allen killed a guy as we talk about other things, pop culture, and nerd fandom.
I forgot that I was in that.
On fully refining the whole thing. We are also slowly building out the lore of Tim Allen and how he has killed not just one person, but multiple people. And he may or may not have been D.B. Cooper. But
he also killed Alf. Remember that.
He did kill Alf. But join us on Saturday.
Notoriously not a guy.
join us on Saturday for Tim Allen Killed a Guy. And then coming up again, we've got Breaking Neon and King's Gambit. We also have Autumn that will be airing, and I believe on next Tuesday we will have episode 2 of Camp Runners Cross. So please be sure to join us for that. We will be having Camp Runners Cross all through the month of June as we celebrate Pride Month, and we are looking to collect donations for the... I'm blanking here.
That's the National Transgender. Hold on. Wow, I completely blanked on it too.
I know it's...
Here, I just pulled it up on mine. It is the National Center for Transgender Equality.
Awesome. Yes. So please join us. And if you feel the need, throw some money for the National Transgender Charity. Again, we are fully safe space. We take pride in all of our LGBTQ members. We want them to feel safe. We want them to know that this is a place for them and a place for you if you feel that that is your kind of community. Please feel free to join us. We are wonderful people. And to end this, we are going to go ahead and throw a raid over to Neon Lights Roleplay as they, I believe this is their finale. I may be wrong for Frozen.
Ooh,
The finale of Frozen Rain, a nominated show even.
Awesome. So yes, we are going to go ahead and throw a raid over to that. Stay around and check out the finale of Frozen Rain. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we will catch you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Da-da-da-da-da.